Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Heather Deniston with the Junk You Should Know show. And if you've been following me at all this week, I am ridiculously excited to interview Caleb Marshall, the Fitness Marshall, today. And he has carved some time out for us. He is so busy right now. He's like a bolt of lightning as far as his career goes and all of the things that he's doing. He's got a tour. He's got a Booty Army membership. He's got a YouTube channel, a website. He's recording all the time. He's got a vlog that he's doing for Christmas right now. So there are so many ways you can check out Caleb. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to bring him right to you. So Caleb, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I'm very excited to have you. I'm a little bit of a groupie, I will admit, and I found you early on through a friend of mine. Leanne sent me a video and said, and this captures it. I think she said, you know what? If you are ever having a crap day, throw him on and play one of his songs, and you will feel 1,000 times better on all levels, mental, physical, etc. So.
Yeah.
So that is truth. And so if any of you do not know who the Fitness Marshall is, the minute you are finished with this broadcast, go to YouTube and go to the Fitness Marshall's channel, subscribe, first of all, and then just start scrolling through his videos. He's got tons of them on there. And what I love about it, Caleb, is you do kind of like one song dance fitness videos. Mm-hmm. So it's attainable. It's easily bit off by even the most couch potato person.
Right.
And I love that. So I want to know about you. I sent you before. I'm like, hey, send me your bio. So your people sent me your bio, but it wasn't about you. It was about the franchise that is the Fitness Marshall. So the only thing that was pertinent in that whole paragraph was that somebody dubbed you a cross between Richard and Brittany. And so I love that because it's truth. You have just so much passion and energy. You're an incredible dancer. Unlike Brittany, actually, I don't think Brittany's the best dancer on the planet. I think come on. You are better than Brittany.
Brittany is literally the best dancer performer of our generation. Maybe
Caleb, you're better than her.
In her prime, nobody could touch her. And I'll fight you on this.
Oh, interview's over. That's what Okay, I'm going to give it to you. But what I'm going to say is that your talent far exceeds your powerful, powerful, strong dancer. I'm a chiropractor and a trainer, so I know what to look for.
Oh my gosh, I need a chiropractor.
Okay, so I want to know a few details about you personally. I want to know, what has dance brought to your life? Talk to me a little bit about that. But before, I've got a reveal. Not an inappropriate reveal.
Oh no! Oh no! What?
I got the shirt. I got the Fitness Marshall shirt.
You are a super fan. You're a booty.
I'm a super fan, and you have great merchandise on your website. So these tanks
for Christmas. So be ready.
These tank tops are amazing. So.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself, my love.
So from the beginning, what do you want to know?
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask I'm going to go deeper and then we can go from there.
Cool.
What were there any, because I look at the passion that you have with dancing and that dancing has permeated your whole life and that kind of fitness. I want to know, were there struggles? Were there difficult times when you were young that kind of brought you to it, or that it helped you with? Anything it helped you overcome?
Oh, that's a big question. I guess the short answer is yes to everything. I don't know how conscious it was in the beginning. I think dance is just something that I always naturally gravitated to. It's not something that it was ever like forced or I was made to do. I actually begged my parents to put me in dance. And really it was, my first memories really were seeing like Britney Spears and my favorite pop stars on TV and just being like captivated by that and by music and movement and like accents and like early 2000s pop. Like I just became obsessed with that. And then I started making up dances myself with my friends and just like listening to music and just like literally I would visualize being a pop star. Like I would visualize performing and making up dances. And that's just what made me happy. It was never anything more than this is really fun and I know that I enjoy it. And so I'm going to get my friends together and make everybody learn dances with me.
I love it.
So that's that's like just really what I did for fun, and that was my creative outlet. That's what made me happy. I really didn't think anything deeper into it, but um, I think it was my escape, and I just don't think I realized it when I was younger.
Yeah.
My parents had a horrible relationship. They got divorced. They didn't get divorced until I was in high school, so I dealt with a lot of just dysfunction in the family. I would say I don't think I've ever talked about that. But when I was a kid, yeah. So I always dealt with that. I just went to my room and I danced and I played and I pretended and I escaped. And
Awesome.
that's what made me feel okay. And I also struggled with my weight, my body image. I was never thin. I was always chubby all throughout middle school and elementary school. I was never the cool kid. I didn't have friends. I didn't get invited to the parties or get to sit at the cool lunch table. I always felt like an outcast. And the one place I didn't feel like an outcast was when I was on stage performing at a dance recital or in dance class. That's when I felt like I could be myself and be free. And so I just think I naturally gravitated that was like my medicine when I didn't even really know what was wrong. I just knew that is what made me happy, and other areas of my life I wasn't happy. And so it was really that simple. And then I think it just became more conscious once I got to college, and I just needed a way to stay fit because I wasn't in high school anymore. I wasn't performing. I wasn't taking dance classes. I was just in school. So I started taking these cardio hip hop fitness classes, and I never wanted to be in the fitness space. I never thought that was me. I was never like super ripped or super in shape. I literally just wanted to dance, and there were people that were going to let me do that in these fitness classes. So it was really just that innocent. And then one day they were like, "Hey Caleb, like, would you want to ever teach?" And I was like, "I could not teach a dance class. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're crazy." And because I had no self-confidence and I didn't believe in myself. I thought that was for other people. Like there was some other magic that other people had that made them much more qualified than I to ever be in that instructor role. And so it took a lot for me to just get out of my own way and say yes and put myself out there, because going to the rehearsals or the auditions to be an instructor gave me so much anxiety. Like it took everything in my body not to like turn back or make an excuse not to go. And once I started teaching and once I put that fitness pop star mic on, like everything just made sense. And I was like, wow, this is what I've been visualizing since I was a kid. It's just when I was a kid, I thought maybe I didn't really know what it was. I thought I was going to be an actual pop star, be something, but really I wanted to perform and I wanted to make myself happy and I wanted to make other people happy. And
that's incredible.
It was just this beautiful thing that really, it healed me in every aspect before I even knew I needed healed. And then what really was my breaking point, which is what started the Fitness Marshal, was at the end of college when I was in a 4-year relationship with this guy. I came out with him. I started dating him in high school. We were together for 4 years, and then that all fell apart my senior year of college. And I had this like, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life moment? Because I was in school to be a music video producer. This fitness classes, I had been teaching them for 3 years at school, but it was just for fun. It wasn't a job. That's not a real job. Like, who does that? And so I just really kind of freaked out and went into panic mode, and I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't sit down to watch TV. All I would do is pace. Like I was an actual wreck during this breakup. And so I just remember being like, okay, I'm just going to put all my energy into starting something. And I was like, okay, what makes me happiest? Teaching these dance classes. Okay, I have absolutely no idea how that can make me money or do anything for me, but I'm just going to put all my energy into this because it's what makes me happy, and it can make me not freak out and make me not be an absolute wreck. And so I started the Fitness Marshal, just like, it's so weird how it just started. I was just like, okay, like I was talking to my friends, they jokingly were like, hey, you should call yourself the Fitness Marshal and wear like camo. And I was like,
done.
I'll run with it. I'm really good. It's like, all I wanted was like an idea. So it's like, I was already at the point where I was going to do something. So I already had the means to just run with whatever and put all my energy into it. So it's like, okay, call me the Fitness Marshal, camo. Great. Got it.
Done.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And I just put everything into it. My senior year, never watched YouTube before, had no idea what I was doing. I literally just set a camera up, had like a brand thing going, like with camo and backup booties. Like it was just fun. And I started putting videos online with no expectation, literally just doing it because it was what I did as a kid.
Yeah.
And then it started to blow up. And then within a year I had over 100,000 subscribers. And it was just like all the pieces of my life had fallen together. And throughout life, it was never this calculated move. It was just always me doing what I loved to make me happy. And everything that I did kind of led up to this moment.
I love that. I love that you created your own, your life is by design. It's not by default. And what I love too is it hit people in a place where they're like, you're inspirational, you make them happy, you get them off the couch, you get them moving, you make dance approachable. And, you know, it's one thing to have, as an influencer, I know this intimately, it's one thing to have one of your YouTube videos go viral, but I've scroll, all of your videos are hundreds of thousands of views, if not more. And so it's consistent. This isn't a flash. This is, you've hit on something. And so I think it's really beautiful. And I love that you're bringing your experience and what helped you and sharing that with others. It's very, very powerful.
Well, I think that's the other cool thing is because in the beginning it was about me. It was just about personal healing. Like I never thought like, oh, I'm going to do this as a service and offer it to you.
Yeah.
It was always, this is my medicine. And then when I was teaching those classes and through the years, and I got so many emails, like you helped me through sexual assault, through abuse, through anxiety, through depression, through divorce, through trauma, through miscarriage. It's just like my mind was like blown and I was like, it's not even about me. Like, yeah, sure, this heals me, but like, this is powerful. This can help thousands, hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a big responsibility. I'm sure you're feeling the weight of it. Because I know you work very, very hard to put out a really great product. And I mean, when I'm watching you, I'm seeing photo shoots, videos, vlogging, you know, it's so much stuff. And so how do you, when you get up in the morning and you don't feel like dancing, or you get up and you're feeling a little blah, how do you move past that?
Well, actually, that was in the vlog I put out yesterday. That was Vlogmas Day 3. I have, I'm really open about my anxiety. I have a lot of struggles with that. And so like yesterday, I had a lot of anxiety and no reason. I just felt like I was gonna die. Like that's the easiest way to explain it. And I had to choreograph because we have to shoot today. And I had to get choreo done. And all I wanted to do was go to bed. All I wanted to do is like throw in the towel, give up for the day. Not a single ounce of me wanted to choreograph, like anything else but that. And I just did it. I went in the bathroom and I just played the songs. It's like, what am I going to do? Not do it and then cancel the shoot and then not put a video out? Like, that's not an option for me. That's just not an option. And so, I mean, I guess it is, but like, I don't want it to be. Like, I don't want to give up. And so...
And that's what's inspiring. And I saw that clip. You got a little teary after, Caleb, didn't you?
Yeah, well, because I played the song like one time and I started dancing and I just felt like this overwhelming amount of joy. That's all I can describe it. It's just like pure joy. And it like sucked me out of that spiral that I was in for a second. And it just reminded me. It's nice to get those little reminders, especially I've been teaching for like 6 years, which isn't crazy long, but it's just nice to get those like genuine bursts of unadulterated joy. And I was just like, this is why I do it, for someone else who's feeling bad and like needs that boost.
And we do have to come back to that. I know for myself as well, I teach fitness and nutrition, and you know, you're putting it out, but you have to remember to feed yourself with it too, and to stay consistent and to use your own skills that you've built to serve other people to help yourself in when you need it. So I loved that you put that on there. Are you editing all those your own vlogs? They're amazing.
Yeah, I do all my own editing. So
oh my gosh.
It's a lot of work. People don't realize a vlog will take like, I mean, it can take anywhere between like 6 to 15 hours for a vlog. And so, I mean, same for dance videos, and that's not including shooting, importing, choreographing, exporting, cover frames, tagging, uploading. Like, so much.
It's huge. And people, I realize it because of the work that I do as well, but a lot of people don't realize the amount of work you put in behind the scenes. It's not just you in front of the camera and you've got a whole team of people doing everything else. you're still grassroots and you are doing it. And you know what, I think that's really great as a business for you to play every role and know how you like it done. And eventually you hire into it. And so that you can focus on what you do best. And so I think that's really great. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the Christmas vlog, it's really great. It's beautifully done. And I love how honest and vulnerable you are through it. And you're not afraid to just put up, stuff, whether, however it makes you look or feel or whatever, you just put it out there. You let people enjoy and experience you behind the scenes. So yeah, that's great. Now, question for you. You've got backup booties. And I'd like to know, first of all, like when you first decided to do that, how did you find who you wanted to use?
Again, it was always, is there a siren?
It's me. There's a siren.
Is that around me? Okay.
They're coming for you, Caleb.
You know what? That was all really authentic too. Like I said, growing up, all my friends were performers. Like I was in community theater and dance classes and stuff like that. So when I was in college, I was just like, hey, a lot of my friends went to my college that I grew up with. And so I just asked people, hey, will you come to this shoot real quick and like dance with me? It was just my friends. It was never like, let's hold an audition. Whoever's the best dancer. Like I literally from the beginning, I didn't care if you were a good dancer, you looked the best, you had this tiny waist it's just, yeah. Hey, are you going to have fun with me? Do you want to be silly for a minute? Like that's what it was from the beginning. And so once it started to like, I had to beg friends to do it. Like, please show up to the shoot. I promise, like, it'll be worth it. But once it started to get bigger, I had to kind of solidify the backup booties. And that was difficult because then that upset people because they're like, well, we want different people every time. I'm like, I get that. I really do. Representation is super important. But also as a business, like these people, this is going to be their job. So this has to be sustainable. I can't swap them out every time. Like that's just not how life works. And so that was kind of a hard thing to get past. And so I had like my two best friends do it for a really long time. It was Bria and Haley. And like Haley, I dated her in high school, but then we have been like best friends ever since. And then I knew Bria from a really young age. So that kind of all happened and we kind of all committed to doing this thing together. And so we were, touring and doing all that for a while. And then my friend Allison now is back with us doing the dances. And she was the one in the video who, that went viral, the Me Too video.
Oh.
And so now she's back in it. So it's her and Haley doing it with me. And it's just really cool to do it with your friends. Like I never, ever wanted it to be like an audition process. People message me all the time when they found out that Bria wasn't doing it anymore. And they were like, can I audition? Like, I'll send you my tape. And I'm like, I appreciate it. I really do. But what makes this fun for me is that I work with my best friends and my boyfriend. Yeah. So. And I've seen your grandma on there. I've seen those two guys. One of my favorite videos is where you have the two guys behind you. They are hysterical. Yeah. And I love that. And in your paragraph that I got, it talks a lot about inclusion and no judgment and encouraging people to be who they are. And I think you do a great job of that with the gals that you have now and with people that you've had on the show, on your show before. So you're sending that message, which I think is important to you. Thank you. Sure. 1 second. This guy is yelling at me to move my car. Oh, hilarious. I love this. Real quick. Yeah. Nope. No, backing up. Okay, first of all, he could have fit in that car. He didn't. Sorry. We could do carpool karaoke right now. You want to sing? Yeah. Maybe not right now. Maybe I'll save that. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, inclusion's super important to me. And I never wanted it to be, it was always a tricky balance because I didn't want it to be forced. Like, oh, you're in this video because you look like this or because you have this. So, but also by the same token, it is important to consciously make sure that everyone feels included because when you look at a lot of fitness things or dance things, you don't see a variation of body images or skin colors or abilities. And it's just, it's so important to consciously include people because other people are consciously excluding people. I love that. That is beautiful. And it is so true. The fact that you are saying, any ability, skin color, what preferences, whatever, you can all dance for a song and get fit. And I think that's amazing. It's a great message. And it's
Yeah, you're doing a lot more than just getting people dancing. There's a message there, and I think that's so fantastic. So Leanne from Vancouver wants to know what your favorite dance move is of all the moves that you've coined.
That's easy. It's not even my coined move. It's a toss up. No, it's not. A hair flip. Absolutely. Any kind of hair whip, any kind of like body roll like this.
I love
like
it.
To move like a snake. So any way I can move my body that's like slithery, I'm all about it.
That's so great. And I have a question from a technical standpoint. How do you use the music that you do? Is there not a licensing issue?
Well, I prick my finger, I put a drop of blood on an envelope and I send it. So, it's really complicated because with like YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everyone has their own copyright policy. So
yeah,
there's not this like blanket kind of statement.
Yeah.
It's been really tricky. The short answer is I don't monetize any of my content. So
yeah,
people are like, you have millions of views. And I'm like, I get $0.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it is tricky. And I'm so glad that you do use what you do, because they're often like super familiar songs that people can resonate with and can get up and move to. And so I love the music you choose. And I know you're a big Britney fan. And my favorite videos of yours are the Britney videos. I always do a pre-funk warm up before I go out live. And I was doing a Britney video of yours. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
So if somebody is, they're like, I want to get moving, I want to get started in fitness. What are your encouragements, aside from starting to kind of think about watching your videos and get dancing that way? Are there some other things that you encourage people to do to start implementing fitness in their life?
Yeah, I think it's being willing to just make conscious choices. I think that's the biggest thing from the beginning is not approaching it from this, I'm gonna do this much every single day, I'm gonna eat this and this and this, and like instead of making it like that and just be like, I'm going to actually change my entire lifestyle little by little. So it's committing to the long journey and getting into that mindset, because if you're in this mindset of I'm gonna do this really quick, I'm gonna do like this quick fad diet and lose all this weight, then you're going to probably fail.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you won't, but like you just have to get in this space to be like, I'm going to make a lifestyle change. I'm not going on a diet or a craze. I'm really going to do this.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. And I think the minute somebody makes that shift and says, guess what, there's going to be falls. I'm not going to be perfect all the time. I'm going to get back on the damn horse and keep going. And this isn't a 21-day this or a 30-day that. This is a long-term game. And if you want to be truly well, that's what it's going to take, is consistent effort. So, and that's one of the things I love about and I use you in my fitness program, is that sometimes you only have 5 minutes. And so your work is perfect for that. Have you thought about an app?
We're doing apps right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, this is a great time. Tell us a little bit about the Booty Army program that you have, because we were talking about that before the show and it sounds super interesting. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's the first time we're ever able to actually engage with our fans on our own terms, because this is our service. We're not going through YouTube or another thing. So with the Booty Army, it's really like a little family where, one, we have like forums so we can talk to each other. You guys, the fans, can talk to each other. We give them early access to all the videos. We do breakdown tutorials for every single video, because a lot of people are like, okay, these are great and I'm supposed to be able to follow along, but like I can't get all the moves, or I want to do this better. And so we do tutorials where we break down every single video. It's not serious. We are laughing the entire time. We're getting into little tips. Like, it's really real. And so it's a great way to be like, just again, no barriers. Even the tutorials are like absolutely no barriers to entry. And then the coolest thing that we have is the live streams that we're starting January 2nd.
Okay.
Because with the YouTube videos, like you said, I love that it's snackable. I love that it's one at a time.
Yeah.
And if you want to do more, you can make playlists. I have like the sweat set and the speed sweat, so you can get full workouts.
Oh.
With every video, there is an intro, there's an outro, and there's commercials a lot of times. And
yes.
So you don't have that true seamless full like 45-minute hour experience. So these live streams are going to be us in a gym, kind of like the old videos.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a camera, and it's going to be a live stream of us doing a full 45-minute to an hour workout of all the videos that you know and love on YouTube, just doing them live. So it's fresh.
Awesome.
So like, it's like watching an artist like do a concert as opposed to just watching the music video over and over again.
Yeah, I think that's great. And so it's $9.99 a month right now, but that is going to change as of January to $15.99. And so, folks, if you guys are at all interested in just digging a little deeper into Caleb's work, you can get there several ways. One through his website. I believe you can get through the YouTube link as well. There's a link in descriptions. So, and we're going to put a link down below anyway. So do check that out because that is really cool. So you do all of your own choreography, yes?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
word.
a lot of times, sometimes it'll be inspired by like other things I've seen or like a music video, but yeah, I do all my own choreo. I mean, sometimes like things won't work and Haley will be like, maybe you should try this or do this. So it's like, it's nice because it's not like I'm getting the choreo from somebody else or having it like funneled in from like an outside business. It's just really me. And I was never a trained dancer. I mean, I took like recreational dance classes, but I never did it seriously. And so all the moves that I'm doing are kind of, I feel like from a non-dancer perspective, even though like, yes, I'm like musically inclined, but I'm not a trained dancer. And so these videos are for people who don't have that experience or technical ability.
Yeah, I think that's great. And it, again, back to the approachability of it. When you do the whole song, there's like a whole routine, but if it's your first time through, you make it so simple to follow along. And I love that each individual move isn't hard, and then you string them together, and then it's like, oh my gosh, this is cool. I look cool doing this. So I think that's so great. Now, how long does it take from the minute you decide on a song till you finish choreographing and videoing and editing? How many hours is that?
I don't know. And the thing is with choreo can be, like I said, it can be 4 minutes or it can be like 4 hours. Like
sometimes it just comes.
Sometimes it comes or it doesn't. So I don't know. There's like that. So I'll usually spend at least, I would say probably like 3 to 4 hours on a song, like on average, like choreo. And then shooting, I mean, you kind of think we got like today we're shooting Heat by Kelly Clarkson. We're driving like 45 minutes to the mountains. We're going to set up the camera. So setup will probably take about, I would say 45 minutes to get the camera set, the focus set, the lights up. Then we're going to run the choreo for probably like 15-ish minutes. And then I'll put on the camera and we'll shoot it and we'll leave. So that whole shoot will probably take an hour and a half to 2 hours just for one song. Shooting. And then we're going to drive an hour back home and I'll probably spend like 5-ish hours editing it. And then between like then uploading it takes a couple hours, and then I have to do all the cover frame, and so I don't know how long it
takes a long time. It's the point we're getting to.
But
how many like, because to me it looks like you're doing the video all in one go. So if someone messes up, do you start over?
Not unless it's really bad.
Okay.
I think mess ups are fun because it's real. Like everyone messes up. Like it's okay if you mess up. And so unless I'm like to the point where people cannot follow along because I'm that bad.
Good.
I love to just leave the little slip ups in because it makes it more real.
It really does. And then just one other question about that is you have been videoing in a big sort of white tent thing, covered place, it looks like, where there's lights at the back and stuff. Is that a new sort of studio space that you guys have?
Oh, in the last few videos? Well, see, my friend Allison still lives in Indiana. And so we flew her out for that shoot. And so we rented like a bunker and like we got haze and we used some of our lights and like light filters to make it green. Cause I love the whole military theme. So it was like a military bunker kind of thing. And so that was just a one-day shoot. Thanks. We shot for 6 hours that day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but it's expensive to rent spaces. So I love doing it outside. Like today we're just doing it in Griffith Park. And that's free, which is great.
Yes, which is great.
6 hour shoot, you have to have controlled lighting. And
Now, where are you? Where's home base?
Los Angeles.
Okay, so you're in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, I was wondering about, I believe it was a cholla that bit you in the butt on your photo shoot. The cactus. What happened?
It attacked me out of nowhere, unprovoked. I was just trying to look sexy and smaller next to it, and it bit my ass.
It did. And guys, if you have not seen that photo, it's hysterical. Caleb, I live part-time in Arizona, so I had to learn about these cholla cactus. They actually launch those balls at people. Like they threw them. If they feel wind go by, they throw them at you. And you had this picture with it on your butt, and I laughed so hard on that. That was so great. And again, it's just like you've got such a great sense of humor, and I know everybody loves that and keeps them coming back because you're not too serious about yourself, and it's great. It's really great. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Oh gosh, we covered so much. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. Yes. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else you want the audience to know? We talked about Booty Army, talked about your YouTube channel, but go ahead. Was there anything else?
I don't. Oh well, again, I think joining the Booty Army is the coolest thing. We are going on an actual tour.
I was going to ask about that. Good.
Yeah, we haven't announced it yet. We don't have all the dates yet, so we're gonna wait till everything's locked in. But we are doing a early, like a spring tour, I guess. Yeah.
Very cool. And what are the main cities you're going to hit, just so people know?
We don't have the cities locked in yet either. We have an idea, but I don't want to say it because people get excited, and then
yes.
The only thing we have locked in 1,000% is St. Louis in January, and those tickets are already available.
Okay.
It's really cool because that event is kind of separate from our tour because it's a nonprofit charity event for Athletes for Animals.
Oh,
so
cool.
We're raising money for rescue puppies, and so we just got our first rescue puppy this year, and so we're doing that kind of kickoff event January 13th in St. Louis.
And that dog is so dang cute. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So you've got a tour coming up. So people just need to watch for dates for that.
Yeah. And Booty Army members have early access to tour tickets. So they'll be the first to know.
Excellent. Well, listen, what I really wanted to talk about today, we covered, and that is the fact that you are inspiring, you're motivating, you help people see that they can apply fitness into their life in small chunks or big chunks. You create a starting place for lots of people who might not otherwise make that fitness leap because they can have fun and they can do it in their own home and they can get some friends together. And so thank you so much for what you are doing. Please keep doing it. I'm excited to see what's next for you. I know that things are just going to get wilder and crazier for you. And so just kind of keep those feet on the ground. I know big things are coming for you. And Caleb, I do appreciate you so much. And I'm grateful for you as a participant in a lot of the programming you do and as a fellow fitness colleague. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for taking the time to learn about, kind of what I'm doing and stuff. I really appreciate that. It's really cool. Yeah,
you bet. Hey, we're going to say goodbye, but Caleb, stay on just for a couple seconds. Guys, next week, same thing, noon PST on the Well Fit and Fed page. I cannot wait to see you. Got some great programming coming up. And do please share this so more people can know about the Fitness Marshals work. And it is such an approachable thing. So if you have anybody in your life who needs a little bit more fitness in their life or just wants to up their fitness game, send them this video, send them Caleb's stuff off YouTube. There's lots of ways to get at it, his content. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys all next week. Thank you, Caleb. And just hang on one sec, Caleb. We'll sign off.
Bye, guys.